BIOMUTANT is for video gamers who likes to relax after a long day of work. For video gamers who simply want to explore a game and not worry much about combat and the complexity of which. Hello guys! For those who don't know me yet, I am GENeUINE Gaming. I post new and old video game reviews and tips. Here is my review on the game BIOMUTANT. Boring narration. You play as a mutated mammalian warrior in a post-apocalyptic era. Humans of the planet are long gone because of the pollution that they created. The toxic waste created by the humans produced mutated anthropomorphic animals that is now populating the planet. The main plot of the story revolves around this tree of life, which is struck by a natural disaster and becomes polluted. The four roots of the tree, through which it gives life to the world, come under a threat by the so-called world eaters. The fate of the tree of life would depend on the decisions you make in the game. How the story is told is a total letdown. The developers, I think, tried a new and creative way of doing things, but end up a boring way of telling the story. The story is told through a narrator who translates what the NPCs are saying. In the world game, these mutated animals talk in another language, and the translator translates after they talk. This would make the storytelling long and boring because they are just standing and talking. I think the developers tried to be cute, but ended boringly cute. When playing a game, I usually would want to know the story of the game and not skip conversations. But in this game, the narration can become painfully dull and making me skip almost all conversations in the latter part of the game. Cute gameplay. BIOMUTANT is an action role-playing game set in an open-world, cute environment from a third-person perspective. Players first customize their character, choosing race, class, attributes, and how you look. You might have already heard that there are some game reviewers who hated the combat of the game, but I find it great. I always try to combine some Wung Fu moves or Kung Fu moves to reach the super Wung Fu stance. Yes, the game is easy, and that is what other reviewers complain about because you can power through the game by using ranged weapons, even in the hard difficulty. Indeed, I would agree that the combat of the game is boring if you only use range to power through the game. However, I find it enjoying when you try to balance your combat with melee and range. And in the hard difficulty, it becomes challenging. Another cute thing about this game is the world. The world is vibrant and it looks pretty alive. Every region is different from the other. There are even hazardous places. There are a lot of places to explore. If you like exploration games and try to search every nook and cranny, you would surely love this game. You might notice some copy and paste in some places of the game. However, as for my opinion, it is tolerable. The crafting is crazy cute. You can literally create your own weapon as long as you have the materials of making it. From toilet brushes to exotic weapons like katanas, from a cute gun to crazy assault rifle, you can create them. You don't have to go to a crafting workshop to craft your items because you can craft them anytime you want. You only need a working table when you try to upgrade them. Zen Gaming. Zen in gaming would mean to put your brain in a pause, relaxation mode, or even automation mode. After a long day at work or in school, Zen Gaming is a process to slow your brain down. This is the very opposite of the Souls-like game that are so stressful. The gameplay is more focused on exploration than in combat. This is what makes it relaxing. You do not have to fight all the time, but you can always explore anytime you want and look for hidden loots. Exploration itself is not stressful. You usually only encounter enemies at the point of interest, and when you try to explore it, you need not to worry much to encounter more enemies. And when you try to purely explore the game, you need not worrying of dying, except when you are in a hazardous location. There are some reviewers complain about the world as being empty. However, I would say that the world should be empty because this is a post-apocalyptic and the new inhabitants of the planet are still starting up. The purpose of the Tree of Life was to sustain the new life that sprang out in the planet. The planet, as being empty, is well justified. My genuine verdict. I do not have any complaints about the graphics. They are beautiful and stunning. The combat isn't perfect, but it is good enough for zen and relaxed gaming. The game tries to be cute to a point of boringly cute, especially in storytelling. At least you can give them a point for trying something new. No characters are interesting enough as to invest in them, but the world is very interesting for me. I rarely don't like exploration, but this game gave me curiosity as to encourage me to explore more. If you want a game that has a deep gameplay and you want to discover different combat styles, this game is not for you. If you want a story-driven video games, again, BIOMUTANT is not for you. BIOMUTANT is for video gamers who likes to relax after a long day of work, for video gamers who simply want to explore a game and not worry much about combat and the complexity of which. If I'm going to rate it for exploration-only game, I would give it a 10 out of 10. However, as an open-world action RPG game, I give this a 7 out of 10. Recommended not for all players, but only for some. What do you think about the game? Let me know in the comment box below. Let me know if this video is helpful by giving this a like. If you want more old and new video games, reviews, and tips, subscribe to my channel. And do not forget to click the bell button to always get notified every time I upload a video. See you in the next vid. Ciao!